Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Hey traders, it's John Hell here. I am just doing my trading on the markets right now. And I want to share with you one technique that you can use to make sure that you are understanding what's going on in the markets right now and what could be coming up next. Now, we're looking at the DAX chart here right now. This is a DAX weekly chart right now, but it doesn't really matter exactly what chart it is. This could be any time, any market, right? But we're looking at the DAX weekly chart here. And if I go down to the DAX daily chart, this is something really interesting to see what's happening here. Again, this is a 6 hour. Let's go to the daily, right? So we're looking at this from a daily perspective, okay? And you can see what's actually happened here. So from a daily perspective, we can actually see that by looking at this here, we had this low point, then we had this higher low, then we had this higher low point, right? And then we had this sort of period, all through here as well too. So what a lot of people do is that they focus too much on the daily charts, what they're doing here, and not what's really going on with this time frame. So the question is, as you can see, if I actually draw a line from there to there, how come this was a false breakout right here that completely reversed, right? How come that happened? Well, it happened because if we actually look at the weekly charts, right? We look at the weekly charts and what's going on. If I go down to the weekly chart, what do we have here? And this is where a lot of traders can get into trouble because they're not understanding what's really going on at that time. If you go look at the weekly chart, look at this here. What is this? Up, pullback, higher low. Up, pullback, higher low. Up, pullback, higher low, and now we're going up again. So as you can see, right, a lot of the times we may get 1 or 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 weeks of downward movement, but if we're still making strong higher lows on the charts, there's a very good chance that this whole thing is just going to be one big pullback from the weekly chart, and then the buyers are going to come back in again. Makes sense? So whenever you were looking at the charts, ask yourself, what's the trend on that weekly chart if you're trading a daily chart? And then we want to go down to the 1 day or the actual daily chart. And as you can see, right, that we know that by looking at the weekly chart, that this whole here was just a pullback from the weekly chart. This here was, once again, what is it? Just a pullback from the weekly chart. And this one here was what? Just a pullback from the weekly chart. And that's the reason why we've had a continuation, and then a continuation again. Why? Because we know that we've had what? Low, higher low through there. And then this here was what? Another higher low on the weekly chart. So if you're looking to try to go short through here, yes, there's obviously a chance of it going down from there. But what we want to be doing, right? We want to be focusing on the weekly charts here to show you the overall trend. Okay, so if we are spending a bit of time going down in the markets, like going down through here, down through here, and then down through here as well. If we're spending a bit of time going down like that, ask yourself, is this just a pullback, right, in an overall upward trend? If it is, therefore, well, we're probably like this pullback's probably going to be short-lived, and then the overall move is probably going to resume once again. Does that make sense? So once again, guys, use this when you're trading. Whenever I'm trading the daily charts on the stock market, I'm always looking at what? I'm always looking at that weekly chart to make sure I might make sure I'm trading with that weekly chart, but also secondly, I'm making sure that if there's a strong trend in place, what does it actually mean? Is it just a pullback? Right? Or is it actually something much bigger here? And the weekly charts can really do this. And as you can see, guys, there's nothing on my chart here apart from simply a blank chart, because the chart is the most important thing. We're looking at the chart from trend analysis perspective, highs and lows, but we're also looking at it as from if we are going down through here, Is this a complete change in trend, or is it likely to be just very short-lived over a few week period before the buyers resume again? Buyers resume again, buyers resume again.